Hello everyone, how are you all doing today? Welcome back to my channel, and I really hope that you're all having a wonderfully blessed day. So there are a lot of you who are wondering how soon a fourth round of stimulus checks could be passed. President Joe Biden is being pressured by many lawmakers in Congress to pass monthly stimulus checks for millions of Americans until this crisis is over. Currently, there are over 75 members of Congress who agree with providing recurring stimulus payments to millions of American people, which in my opinion is wonderful news. As time passes, I am sure more and more lawmakers will support monthly checks. Currently, President Joe Biden is currently promoting a $2.3 trillion infrastructure spending plan. Several lawmakers want Joe Biden to wrap recurring stimulus payments into the infrastructure spending proposal. We need another round of stimulus checks ASAP. I know that millions of Americans will agree that another round of stimulus checks is needed. Unemployment benefit claims are still increasing in the United States. And on April 8th, the government announced that another 744,000 Americans filed for new jobless claims at the week before. The number of unemployed Americans continue to grow, despite the signs that rehiring has been taking place across the recovering economy. Some of the most populous U.S. states contributed heavily to the increase in new jobless claims last week. California's new claims increased by nearly 39,000, and New York's new claims rose by 16,000 people. Millions of Americans are struggling right now, and just a fourth stimulus check could lift about 7 million Americans out of poverty. And wouldn't that be amazing? Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said that he is optimistic about the U.S. economy bouncing back, but he does worry about the possibility of another surge. Jerome Powell also said he expects U.S. economic growth to be very strong through the second half of this year, adding that his base case forecast expects 1 million job gains for a string of months. So what are your thoughts on this, everyone? Please leave them in the comment section below. Representative Rashida Tlaib just reintroduced legislation that would send a $2,000 relief payment to every American. And this news makes me so happy, everyone. Last year, the Detroit representative first introduced a bill that would send $1,000 recurring monthly payments for an additional year after the crisis ends. According to Representative Rashida Tlaib, the recurring payments would be funded with the creation of two $1 trillion coins that the Federal Reserve would purchase and deposit in the U.S. Treasury. From there, the money would go on to Americans. So do you all think that monthly $1,000 stimulus checks will be enough to help millions of Americans that are struggling right now? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below, everyone. Late last month, President Biden proposed his $2 trillion infrastructure plan, and he had deployed 5 members of his cabinet to lead the efforts to push the plan through Congress. And just last week, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said she hopes lawmakers would pass a measure before the August recess. But with Democrats holding a slim majority in the House and power in the Senate evenly divided, there is little room for error. This past Sunday, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi encouraged House Republicans to work across the aisle to pass Joe Biden's infrastructure package, saying that the door is open for bipartisan cooperation. Pelosi also said in an interview, "I've been in Congress long enough to remember when bipartisanship was not unusual, and that actually building infrastructure has never been a partisan issue. So hopefully the need is so obvious now that the Republicans will vote for it. We'll see. The door is open. Our hand is extended. Let's find out where we can find our common ground. We always have a responsibility to strive for bipartisanship." Speaker Pelosi wants the package to be passed before July 4th. She also stated, "Whether the whole package can be done then, we just don't know. But as some had suggested, we want to do it before the August break." So far, the infrastructure plan includes $621 billion for transportation infrastructure like roads and bridges, $111 billion for clean drinking water, $100 billion for expanding broadband, and another $100 billion for power infrastructure like the electric grid. There are many Republicans who are already balking at the price tag of President Biden's infrastructure plan. But on the other hand, progressives are saying that the package should be larger. The American Rescue Plan was passed by Democrats over Republican opposition through the budget reconciliation process. Lawmakers could add a fourth stimulus check into the infrastructure plan. It's very possible for Democrats to use the budget reconciliation process once again to pass the infrastructure package through Congress. So everyone, what we need to watch for is the second part of President Joe Biden's infrastructure plan. That proposal will include provisions related to healthcare and childcare. It is also likely that the proposal will include more benefits for Social Security and other federal program beneficiaries.
Leaders around the country, all over the world, on the screen is to talk about how we strengthen our domestic semiconductor industry and secure America's supply chain. This is an issue that has broad support in the United States Congress. We talked about whether or not we're doing anything in terms of bipartisanly. Well, we are. Both sides of the aisle are strongly supportive of what we're proposing, and where I think we can really get things done for the American people. In fact, today I received a letter from 23 senators, bipartisanly, and 42 House members, Republican and Democrats, supporting the CHIPS for America program. Now let me quote from the letter. It says, the Chinese Communist Party aggressively plans to reorient and dominate the semiconductor supply chain, and it goes into how much money they're pouring into being able to do that. But I've been saying for some time now, investing aggressively in areas like semiconductors and batteries, that's what they're doing, and others, so must we. We are seeking a significant investment in this piece of legislation, and it's important, but we know it's not sufficient. The American Jobs Plan that I put forward is part of about revitalizing American manufacturing and securing our supply chains, investing in research and development as we used to in a very healthy manner. But it's also about much more than that. It's about investing in infrastructure not for the 20th century, but the 21st century. It's not just roads and bridges. We're investing in water systems so Americans can have clean water infrastructure. We're investing in high-speed rail infrastructure. We're building charging stations to support America's electric vehicle future, and investing in that infrastructure. And building out American supply chains so we never again are at the mercy of another country or any other nation for their critical needs. That's what we mean by investing in infrastructure. And we're investing in a more resilient grid. I understand you discussed that a little bit earlier today. Investing as well in asbestos-free schools for our kids. That's investing in infrastructure. Building a support system to take care of our elderly parents and our kids with disabilities at home.
That is the end of the video today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my very best to answer those questions. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to enter the $50 Amazon gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, sharing this video, liking it, and commenting below. Thank you so much, and have a very, very blessed day.